너와 내 꿈의 island.
Run for your heart, run for your life, yeah.
Hi,
Hi, Eggy Buggy.
Hi, Eggy Bogies. I'm so sorry. We had to do that. But I just cracked out of my egg, and I'm actually an egg with an egg yolk. And we have Auntie Pilbug here today.
Oh my gosh, I'm here, you guys. And look, today I'm a grounder.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm an islander because, well, I didn't really know what to wear, but it's anything more colorful than just a black t-shirt. So,
Well, I just wanted to go with simple. And look, there's an egg behind me, you guys.
yes, we have some exciting things today, but before we get started, I want to mention a lot of people were confused in my comments. I opened a Patreon so that you guys can watch all of the Island episodes for free with me. So I reacted to all of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're all available for you to watch for free with me. So please, if you would like to watch it, it's in my Patreon. Links are in the description and the pinned comment, just letting you know because there's a lot of confusion. I just want to say the app is really glitchy on your phone, so a lot of people solve that problem by switching from their phone to PC or computer. And there's also, like, if you use Google Chrome, it works. But just letting you know, it works there. Please check it out if you want to watch
Yeah,
the
it
reaction.
works. I mean, I'm not even a patron.
And it's free. It's free. Right, right. Please, so please. And thank you everyone who's been trying to help. So, as you can tell, Pumama and I over here. Oh, I called you Pumama. I meant Big Puma. I'm Pumama. Oh God, wait, I have my little Moa brain on. Okay. You're it's Big Eggy and Lil Eggy.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so today, as you can tell
Yeah,
by
and
the
it's
title,
actually funny because if you guys know, Eggy actually means baby in Korean.
Big baby and little baby.
Well, I guess we are babies.
Apparently, Eggy is the name of the fandom. I'm not really sure, but that's what everyone's calling themselves.
It might be for now, and then when they debut, it might be something different.
Yeah, and as you can tell by the title, we are going to be sharing our first impressions kind of what we think of the show today. And this is going to be a fairly short video, but we just want to like let you guys know how we feel about the show because we are so invested. Every episode,
invested.
Yeah, we
It's like our favorite thing right now.
Right. So far we caught up. We're on episode 4 and we have been discussing each episode, and the only thing we don't know each other's opinion about episode 4 yet. So we kind of wanted to like talk about that with you, and in more detail, we're gonna have a full-on like lengthy unfiltered discussion under my Patreon, but for patrons only because that's a benefit. So here we're gonna give you a little taste of what we think, and that's the reason why we have this timer here.
Yeah, so we're only going to be talking for 12 minutes, and then after that, we're going to switch over to Patreon.
Yeah.
So let's get started on our discussion because we talk every day on the phone, okay? And we've been discussing every episode that's come out so far, except for number 4. And so this is where we're caught up, and then we have our definitive opinions at the moment. I mean, they could change later as the show goes on, but right now, we're very we have our favorites and things like that. So let's get started.
We definitely have our biases and stuff. And if you guys can tell, the reason why we have this egg here and the timer is like, you know, when they have to train and stuff, they have our elimination rounds. They only have like 2 hours to eliminate, so we only have 12 minutes to talk, and I put a timer on it because we ramble a lot, so we're just gonna try to, it kind of like goes to show what's in the top like forefront of our minds too. So we're gonna be able to break that down later in the more lengthy video. But anyway, so I'm going to push the timer soon. So I think
no,
but
why am I
before
nervous?
yeah, but before we get started, I think once I hit the timer, I think I guess more people have watched the show with me, so I guess you could kick it off by when I start the timer. Just who I guess.
Okay, yeah, I'll start up.
Oh, but I was saying like I think you should start off by saying who you're most interested in, or like your like what sticks out to you in the show, like your favorite parts of the show or something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I have my notebook, you guys. I wrote a lot of notes.
I have my notebook too, but she's like balancing on it on my phone. Anyway, okay. So, should we start with like our biases?
Well, I wanted to just do impressions first.
Impressions, okay. I have a whole video on that.
Yeah, and you've already talked about yours. I'm not gonna talk in length.
It's on my
but just
Patreon.
yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna. Here's the timer. Oh God, we can only
We'll
talk
vote
for
your ass
12
out the
minutes,
island.
and then what? Once we start it, after it's over, we're done talking about it. Okay. Okay. Ready?
Oh God. Okay,
3,
okay.
2, 1.
Okay, my first impressions of Island. Okay.
It's like a debate.
First of all, I actually started watching before Mama here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just very, very interested in seeing it because it's a trainee show,
Mm-hmm.
and I love like singing and dancing shows in general.
The
Like so,
survival.
and then it brings out the survival aspect. So I think you've already said this, right? I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have to. Oh my God, I'm
No,
already
no, don't
over.
take your time.
I'm getting nervous.
She's a grounders getting nervous. The grounders are so. Oh no, she's getting nervous. Yeah. Oh my god, she's like Jebum right now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Calm
Calm
down.
down.
Girl, it's okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
And also we love how we both agree how it's like a lot of people say this, but it's like a Lord of the Flies plus Hunger Games. Like who doesn't like that kind of
Okay,
like
so I didn't get to see the first two episodes in full when they first started
oh
streaming on Mnet. So how I first started was watching the clips, and then I started watching like the first interviews that they had that
oh
they
yeah
released on just YouTube.
this extra clips.
And yeah, and so I was watching those, and then once I got into the actual first performances, because they also uploaded the performances,
Mm-hmm.
there were two that really, just as the contestants, there
Okay.
were two that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so my first impression would have to go to Jake and Daniel.
Okay.
So yeah,
Jake and Daniel.
yeah, so
Okay.
those are the ones that I remember. Like
And
I was like, oh my
that was from episode 1, right?
episode one and then the interviews.
Okay, so let me interject really quickly.
Uh-huh.
So that was hers, and for mine, immediately, as you could tell by the reaction too of the applicant song, I immediately gravitated towards Jungwon, like completely. And then episode 1, it was Sunwoo and Jungwon, and those were my top two.
Oh, Sunwoo and Jungwon.
Sunwoo
Okay.
and Jungwon were my top. Yeah, I just gravitated towards them, and I just like immediately, no matter if it was like a room full of them, I kept staring at them. Plus the camera work.
Oh, that's interesting because for me, that's how I felt with Jake. But then Daniel more intrigued me. Like more, yeah.
Yeah, and also like because of the crown performance, I noticed Jake, but because Sunwoo was there, I like all my eyes were on him.
I think I was only looking at Jake during the crown performance.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, oh my God, but also that crown performance, because we're such big moas. I think I teared during the because every time I hear crown, I love that
teared.
song so much that and it was just so cute because like TXT now, they're still technically rookies, right? But now there's like another group about to debut under them.
Yep. And okay, so that was like episode 1 and 2, just like our biases.
Yeah.
So during like because episode 1 was the unit performances, and then episode 2, remember they had to start training for the signal song, and then they made Nikki a center. Remember? So how did you feel about that?
Oh, Nikki as center.
Yeah, like you know how like they had Heesung and then Nikki, and so like the whole episode was kind of like playing on those like what's gonna happen.
So Nikki, I found very interesting because he's clearly, I actually didn't notice him too much until he was center, and I didn't realize how much of a good dancer he was. But I think what really threw me off is that like immediately he wasn't the strongest vocal. So but then also so again these are just like first impressions, but I didn't know what the huge deal about with Heesung.
Oh, this is where we agree. Oh, I think we should talk about this. Okay.
Because first of all, everyone knows like we can also like touch on kind of the production of the show and then
oh no, this is not working, girl. You disappeared. Wait, she disappeared. I need to stop the timer. Oh no. I forgot this happens. The stupid timer thing. Okay, I paused the clock. This sucks. I have to pull it up now. We're at 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Okay, I'm calling her back. This is annoying. I hate it. I hate that we're not together to do this. Okay. Oops.
am I back?
You're back now. I paused the clock. I don't even remember what we were saying. Oh, Heesung. Okay. Actually, say a few words.
I was just saying that we can touch on a bit of I know you've talked a lot about the production and the fact that it being a reality show. We know that there are producers and people behind the scenes like pushing and pulling the different levers of the show, you know what I
Right.
mean?
And painting
So
characters a certain way,
yeah,
like
and
good
painting
versus
characters a
evil.
certain way and also highlighting certain ones.
Hmm.
So I thought personally that the way that they portrayed kind of the ace of Big Hit,
Hmm.
wasn't I was honestly like, okay, I can tell he's good,
Right.
but like what's the big deal?
Right.
And
And I think what for me what threw me off was that it seemed like they were like pushing that idea too quickly into my head,
mm,
because they were like, "Ooh, look at this guy," and like he didn't do anything yet. And
yeah.
when he did perform, for me, it was not it didn't meet my expectations, just like Ganu, and the reason why he didn't raise his hand in the first episode. So I completely stuck with that idea of like, well, he needs to prove why he's such a huge, like, on this huge pedestal already, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna wait and see like what
Yeah,
happens. Yeah.
so for them, only because they kept pushing that he was the best
Hmm.
one, I
But he's
did
clearly
think,
talented. Yeah.
yeah, so I did think like especially in this first one, the
Hmm.
very first
Hmm.
test, I thought that okay, maybe they should switch him and Nikki because Nikki was not strong vocally
Right.
and to
Right. Right.
be and that part had a lot of songs.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
even
By the way,
from
six
five
minutes.
even jumping really quick to fire,
Hmm.
um to
Episode
fire
3. Good.
yeah, episode 3 to fire,
Hmm.
that one had less vocal parts
I know,
as
and
for
that
the center. So that one I feel like Nikki could have done well on.
right. And you know what's
Um,
interesting though is that Heesung killed, in my opinion, he killed Fire in the center. So
he completely
I was
killed
like, it's
he completely killed
right.
it.
So it's
I think we agree here that that's where he
that's where
when we noticed how
he
good he
sparked
was.
for me there. That's where I was like,
Yeah.
I understand now. Right.
Yeah.
So we can talk more on Heesung a little bit later. But
Okay.
so episode 3 was like about teamwork, remember? And that was another
Uh-huh.
part of the show where like Nikki was kind of painted in that bad light again, because that's where he kind of like he had that little friction between the guy who was, I forgot his name again,
Yeah.
who with he was sick and Nikki spoke out or whatever.
Kyungmin was
Kyungmin,
sick.
right? But I've always been kind of rooting for Nikki because he's so talented. Anyway,
Okay, so
as your episodes kept going on, or as the episodes kept going on, were you gonna say something?
no, keep going.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say, do you wanna like we can kind of talk on other members that kind of were
Hmm.
spotlighted for you, especially in the beginning.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
I
Okay, so
um
you can go. You can keep going.
yeah, so I think everyone kind of likes Sunu a lot,
Yes,
right? Like he's kind of a favorite.
yeah, but actually, when I was reading some of the comments, it's like if you like that type of like sunshiny, happy, like bubblegum poppy personality, and then there's
Oh,
actually I saw people commenting under my videos that's like that's not my cup of tea. They like the more quiet ones, but I think in general, like a lot of
oh,
people really,
interesting.
really adore Sunu, and that's how I feel. Like I adore him.
Yeah, so he clearly, I think he stood out to me.
Mhm.
And as the episodes went on, a couple of the ones that really stood out to me too were Chebom and Hanbin.
Oh, Hanbin for sure for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously, I think both of them is because they're so sweet.
Hmm.
Like they're so sweet. So we can get into more that, but like those are other ones that kind of stood out to me too.
Yeah.
What about
Okay.
you?
I wanted to talk about really quickly. So you said Daniel for me was like kind of hidden in the first couple episodes, and then
Yeah,
he crawled and like attacked me and became like a main bias wrecker. After like during episode 2 when he showcased his beatboxing,
his
that was
beatboxing.
the
Yeah.
moment for me where I was like, okay. And for Jongwon, he kind of sealed his little bias spot for me during the applicant signal song when he went down and did that serendipity Jimin move, and I was like, what? Like, and he's so vocally talented where I was just like,
Um,
the uniqueness killed me, and I was like, in that moment, I even said in my reaction like, he's my bias. So
Yeah, I think his voice there really killed me
mhm.
too.
Yeah.
Like so those are I mean we can go into our list later, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, we're gonna go more into detail with our. We actually have a top like 12 in order that we listed, so we're gonna talk about that in the other video. But
yeah, so but clearly just the show, I did want to touch on really quickly
mhm,
like the way that the show is produced.
mhm,
I mean, we've definitely and I'm probably sure you've talked about this too, but we've definitely we've definitely like noticed like different people that are highlighted more just in the show,
Oh
and that's why
yeah.
you can't really notice other
It's
ones.
kind of like we already kind of
Um,
know who's gonna debut based on who they show more in the show. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah. Oh my
also
God, my
the
little dragon is here.
oh, and you guys know
Okay.
how emotional we are, and so the with each episode, we started crying more and more and more, and it just
And
like
yeah,
tugs at
yeah.
your emotion. It's so crazy, especially
It's a
episode.
very like I don't think I've because I love these survival and reality shows too,
Mhm.
but I don't think I've ever felt like yeah so heart like emotional and heartfelt from
Munchies
a
is
show.
leading. Right. Okay. We have 2 minutes. I think we should dive into episode 4, where they left us with a cliffhanger on the
Hmm.
butterfly and save me. So
I
how do
don't
we
even know where to
how
start
do
for
we
these
do this? Oh my
performances.
god. Is this okay to do? We only have 2 minutes to talk about it.
Okay, so
Should we do it a different way?
no. I think we should like I just want I okay
Oh my god, I can't. I
okay
can't. I
okay
can't.
no. I think we should like
Okay.
butterfly and then save me. I think I've said to you multiple times that this was, and I think a lot of people agree, this is my favorite episode so far
It's the best
because
episode.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna compare which ones yet, but both of them were so touching and
Mhm.
so emotional.
Right. They definitely like both of them delivered the emotions each song was supposed to deliver, and it's so
Hmm.
hard. But that being said, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I want us to both say who we think will objectively. Who do you think won the performance objectively? So based on the
For the
judges,
vocal
who
performance,
vocal
Grounders
perf-
or Island.
yeah, who do you think is going to win? Not based on who you want to win, but who do you think is ultimately going to win with the most
Okay,
points?
objectively, who do I think? Oh,
I
this one's hard for me. I keep going. I'm thinking objectively, not who I
Oh, me
want to
too,
win.
me
I'll
too.
talk about who I want to win. But
Yeah. We have
well,
50
you go
seconds.
first because
Okay.
actually I don't know.
Okay. I thought about this for a long time, and I think who's going to end up winning are the Islanders. And I think that way because the way Heesung was so scary in that performance, and I have a lot of criticism on I have some criticism on that, but Heesung was
I do
so
too.
amazing, and that was like almost perfection to me. And I think because he was so strong in that performance, they killed it. Okay, go ahead. What do you think?
I actually think the Grounders are going to win
Okay.
because but my reasoning is because I completely agree with you
Mm-hmm.
with what you said about Heesung, but I
Yeah.
think the Grounders had a more uh, well-rounded performance.
And I actually agree with that. And I
Hmm.
actually think I gravitated more towards the Grounders performance. And there's 3 seconds left and one. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's
the
it.
timer. Oh god. Stop it. I'm so sorry if that hurt your ears, guys. But the time is up, and we talked about that island in a nutshell, in an eggshell, for 12 minutes.
In an
And
eggshell.
we're going
Good
to
one,
continue
Mama.
this conversation in a full-on unfiltered discussion on my Patreon. And I do understand, like, I'm sorry if, like, you really, really want to see this, but this is going to be a special gift to the sprinkly babies and the little girls, the little love bugs. So if you're already there, thank you. And this is just my way of saying thank you because the episodes are all free and you guys decided to just come into and sprinkle into my life. So thank you. That's gonna be the present. If you would like to hear our unfiltered discussion, we're gonna
Oh,
just
we're about to pop off.
this is kind of how we
this
talk.
discussion.
Yeah, so after each episode we catch up with each other and we just like talk for hours on how we think everything from the production, the producers, the applicants, what we feel about the performance. And so
I think every aspect of the show we
literally,
have touched on the phone.
and
But now we're gonna share it with you guys. So.
yeah, and in that video, we are going to reveal, we wrote down our top 12 in order of who we prefer and who we currently want to debut and stay on the island. So please check that
God.
out. Link in the description. It's going to be patreon.com/sillypak. And if you can't watch that, then we have 4 free episodes for you. It's just me reacting to Island. So that's pretty much it. Eggy Buggies.
Bye, Eggy Buggies.
Any last words, Grounder?
I'm gonna take your spot on the island.
Oh, okay. I actually wanted to be a grounder because of that t-shirt, but look at Munchies joining you on the ground. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you over there. If you would like to listen to our ranting It's gonna be linked down below. I love you guys, Eggies, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the next episode for episode 5.
I'm watching the stream tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be recording my reaction as usual, and it's gonna be up tomorrow night. I love you guys. Bye, Eggies.
Bye.
It's 20 minutes exactly. Bye.